Did you know that a third of all divorce filings in 2023 mentioned Instagram? This statistic is not just a number, it's a reflection of how deeply social media has woven itself into the fabric of our personal lives. Instagram, with its endless scroll of curated images and stories, has become a silent third party in many relationships, influencing perceptions and expectations. This startling statistic highlights the undeniable impact of social media on our relationships. It's not just about the pictures we post or the comments we leave, it's about the constant comparison and the pressure to present a perfect life. Couples find themselves competing with an idealized version of reality, often leading to feelings of inadequacy and dissatisfaction. We live in an age where our lives are constantly documented and displayed online. Every moment, from the mundane to the monumental, is captured and shared. This perpetual documentation can create a sense of surveillance where every action is scrutinized and judged by an invisible audience. The pressure to maintain a certain image can be overwhelming. This digital landscape has revolutionized the way we connect, communicate, and even fall in love. Text messages, emojis, and social media interactions have become the new love letters, replacing handwritten notes and face-to-face conversations. While this can make communication more convenient, it can also make it more superficial. But it has also introduced a new set of challenges, blurring the lines between our past and present relationships. The ease of accessing old photos and messages can keep past relationships alive in ways that were never possible before. This can lead to unresolved feelings and conflicts that spill over into current relationships. Social media platforms have become an intrinsic part of our dating rituals. From swiping right on dating apps to sliding into DMs, the way we meet and interact with potential partners has fundamentally changed. These platforms offer a vast pool of options, but they can also make it harder to commit, as the next best thing is always just a click away. They serve as virtual hunting grounds for potential partners, platforms for showcasing our best selves, and even battlegrounds for post-breakup drama. The curated nature of social media profiles means that we often only see the highlights of someone's life, not the full picture. This can lead to unrealistic expectations and disappointments. The ease with which we can connect with others online, including former flames, has created a breeding ground for ambiguity and potential conflict. A simple message from an ex can stir up old emotions and create tension in a current relationship. The boundaries of what is considered acceptable behavior in the digital age are constantly being tested and redefined. The seemingly innocent act of liking an ex's photo can ignite a firestorm of emotions and uncertainties. What was once a private gesture is now a public act, open to interpretation and misinterpretation. In this new age of relationships, navigating the digital landscape requires a delicate balance of transparency, trust, and communication. Before the era of social media, moving on from a relationship often meant physically and emotionally distancing yourself from your ex. You would pack away the memories, delete their number, and try to avoid places where you might run into them. The process, though painful, allowed for a clean break and a fresh start. You might have bumped into each other at the grocery store or heard updates through mutual friends. These encounters were often sporadic and could be managed with a polite nod or a quick exit. The information you received was limited and filtered through the grapevine, but for the most part there was a clean break. You could focus on healing and moving forward without constant reminders of your past relationship. The rise of social media has changed this dynamic completely. Now, our lives are intertwined in the digital realm, making it nearly impossible to fully disconnect from someone. Our digital footprints keep us tethered to our past in ways we never imagined. Every post, like, and comment leaves a trace, creating a web of connections that can be hard to escape. We can now track our ex's every move, from their new job to their latest vacation photos. This constant stream of information can be overwhelming and make it difficult to let go. This constant access can hinder our ability to move on and create a breeding ground for jealousy and resentment. The digital age has redefined the boundaries of personal space, making it crucial to find new ways to navigate the complexities of modern relationships. The like button, a seemingly innocuous feature, has become a surprising source of tension in relationships. What was once a simple way to show appreciation or acknowledgement has now evolved into a complex social signal. In the age of digital communication, every click, every like, and every comment can be scrutinized and interpreted in multiple ways. It sits there, an ever-present temptation, beckoning us to engage with our past. The like button is more than just a feature. It's a gateway to memories, emotions, and sometimes unresolved feelings. It can be a reminder of what once was and what could have been. But is a simple click a harmless gesture of acknowledgement or a loaded action that could jeopardize our current relationship? This seemingly trivial action can lead to misunderstandings and even conflicts. Partners may question the intent behind a like, wondering if it signifies more than just a casual interaction. This question has sparked countless debates and ignited anxieties in the digital age of love. The like button has become a symbol of our interconnected lives, where every action is visible and can be analyzed. It has the power to bring people closer, but also to drive them apart. Some argue that liking an ex's photo is a harmless act of digital courtesy. They believe it's a way to show that there are no hard feelings and that both parties have moved on. It's a way to maintain a connection without any deeper implications. It doesn't necessarily signify lingering feelings or a desire to rekindle the flame. For many, it's just a way to acknowledge someone's presence in the vast sea of social media. It's a nod to the past without any intention of revisiting it. It could simply be a way of acknowledging their presence in the vast sea of social media. However, the interpretation of this action can vary greatly depending on the context and the individuals involved. In the end, the like button is a small but powerful tool that reflects the complexities of modern relationships. Others view liking an ex's photos as a disrespectful and hurtful act. It can be interpreted as a sign that you are still emotionally invested in your past relationship. This can be particularly damaging if your current partner is not comfortable with it. From a psychological perspective, liking an ex's photos can be a form of emotional infidelity. Even if there is no physical contact, the act of engaging with your ex online can create a sense of emotional intimacy that can be damaging to your current relationship. Gap 2S. Let's delve deeper into the psychological impact of social media interactions on relationships. The advent of social media has revolutionized the way we communicate, but it has also introduced new complexities into our romantic lives. One significant psychological effect is the constant comparison it fosters. Seeing perfectly curated moments from others' lives can create unrealistic expectations and feelings of inadequacy within one's own relationship. Gap 3S. Moreover, the ease of access to past relationships can lead to emotional turmoil. When you see your partner engaging with their ex online, it can trigger feelings of jealousy, insecurity, and anxiety. This is because social media interactions can often be misinterpreted, leading to misunderstandings and conflicts. Gap 3S. The phenomenon of social media stalking also plays a role. Constantly checking an ex's profile can prevent individuals from fully moving on, keeping them emotionally tethered to the past. This behavior can be detrimental to one's mental health and can hinder the development of a healthy, present-focused relationship. Gap 3S. Finally, the lack of clear boundaries on social media can blur the lines of what is considered appropriate behavior in a relationship. Without open communication and established boundaries, partners may find themselves in situations that foster distrust and resentment. Gap 3S. Understanding these psychological impacts is crucial in navigating the digital landscape of modern relationships. By being mindful of how social media interactions affect our emotions and behaviors, we can work towards building stronger, more resilient relationships. Section 6. A modern relationship epidemic. Sarah and Mark's story is not unique. A recent study revealed that 78% of individuals in relationships have felt uncomfortable with their partner's social media interactions with an ex. This staggering statistic highlights how widespread this issue is and the very real impact it has on modern relationships. The digital age has ushered in a new era of relationship challenges. The lines between our past and present relationships have become increasingly blurred. What was once considered harmless interaction can now be perceived as a betrayal of trust. Section 7. Communication is key, setting boundaries. So how do we navigate this complex landscape? The answer, as with most relationship issues, lies in open and honest communication. It is crucial to establish clear boundaries with your partner about what is and is not acceptable when it comes to interacting with exes online. These boundaries will vary from couple to couple. What one person may find acceptable, another may find hurtful or disrespectful. The key is to have an open dialogue about your expectations and concerns. Section 8. The takeaway: trust your gut and talk it out. Ultimately, whether or not liking your ex's photos is considered cheating depends on the context of your relationship and the intentions behind the action. If you find yourself constantly checking your ex's social media or engaging in behavior that makes your partner uncomfortable, it's time to take a step back and reevaluate your actions. Trust your instincts. If something doesn't feel right, it probably isn't. The most important thing is to be open and honest with your partner. Communication is the key to building a strong and healthy relationship in the digital age. Section 9. Share your story. Have you liked your ex's photos? Have you ever found yourself in a similar situation? How have you navigated the complexities of social media and relationships? Share your experiences and thoughts in the comments below. Let's continue the conversation.